I'm Sucheta Singh at the Shaw Ocean Discovery Centre, and you're watching Go Island on Shaw TV. On today's show, making it to the podium, Victoria's crazy coffee culture, and Royals hockey. All that and much more coming up on Go Island. Since it opened in 2009, the Shaw Ocean Discovery Centre has been fascinating young and old alike, but it's really not that far. It's right here in Sidney, BC, and I'm joined by Angus Matthews. Hi.
Hi, Sucheta.
Good. So, I mean, it's not that far. Do you think people think it's like way out in Sydney?
Oh, God, all the way to Sydney? You drove all the way up here? That's a factor, certainly. Yeah. We've enjoyed great success. We have about 120,000 visitors a year, but we have found that our attendance has flattened at 120,000, and we'd like to build it even more and share what we do here at the centre and also the amazing nature of the Salish Sea by coming up with some new ideas to give people great ideas to visit the centre. And you're completely, I mean, all the money and everything has to come through the centre. Yes, well, certainly we've been very grateful to the community when the centre was established because it is a charitable project, and the Shaw name is no coincidence because Shaw actually was our biggest single donor. But in addition to that great contribution, the community contributed a further $3 or $4 million. So when the centre was set up, we're very much indebted to our community. But we also rely entirely on our admission revenues to operate the centre and donations. And so as a charity, we're always working hard to make sure we pay the bills and that we balance the books. Now, you have a lot of new programs coming in. One was very interesting, yoga in the centre. I think that's great. Yoga with the fishes. I love it. Well, we are trying a lot of different things. Yeah. In addition to our education programs, we're doing senior programs. We're doing a program on Tuesdays called Taught Tuesdays that's a huge success with parents and the little kids. We're doing Microscope Mondays where we put strange things under our microscopes so people can see what they look like. Yeah. Octopus poop was a huge hit with kids. But we have a whole range of things that we're able to do. And then there's a few, our lecture series. We have a regular lecture series with specialists coming in the evenings. And yes, we did start a Sunday morning yoga class. It just started. It's only run a few times now, and it's filled up nicely. And we're going to carry it on here in the new year. So that's another sort of different twist. We're also looking at doing some movie nights in the aquarium as well. The other challenge we face is you can't contain nature in the building. We're actually looking, this wonderful ecosystem behind us. We keep looking at that and thinking, God, there's got to be something we can do out there. And so you're actually moving out to some of the islands. That's the next step. We're just in the development stage right now of a new project where we'll actually, as an extension of the centre, we'll operate field stations out in the Gulf Islands. There'd be 3 field stations. And the idea is that people would go out and actually walk on a beach, actually get their hands and feet wet, get really onto a beach and really understand what the ecosystem is with a really well-trained oceaneer biologist from our staff who'd be able to lead these expeditions. And so it's Pender Island you're looking at, James Bay, and... Yeah, actually the 2 locations we're looking at that we are committed to working on now. 2 of them are on Pender, one at Roseland and one on the south end of Pender. And the other one is actually on James Island, just across behind us here. These are all 15-20 minute boat rides from Sydney, 40 minutes in the case of Pender. And we were talking about it, but people are kind of, I mean, we live in a place where you can just go out and there's your backyard, it's nature, but we're detached from it. It's frightening, actually. So much so that there's a book, Last Child in the Woods, that's used by a lot of educators as last thing we need in the world is another syndrome, but the nature deficit syndrome is talked about and how kids have too much time in front of a screen or a handheld or too busy a schedule that they can't really take in nature in its most basic form rather than something they experience on the internet. We hope that we can actually give an experience on the water and in nature that really breaks down some of that and gets people back with their, to understand the ocean, you got to touch it. And we think these field stations will give that great opportunity. All right, well, there you go. And Shaw Ocean Discovery Centre right here in Sydney, not that far. Not that far. Not that far, so come on down and learn about the Salish Sea and your backyard. Thank you. Thank you. It's great. Our first story, they're well known on the South Island for their figure skating talents, and Leo and Pilar Maikawa hope that talent can take them to the 2014 Olympic Games. But as Nikki Winishin tells us, the route they're taking to get there isn't exactly what you think.
We love our coffee here in Victoria. You can catch people with a cup in hand almost any time of the day, including yours truly. According to a local coffee expert, Victoria has one of the most vibrant coffee cultures in the world. But don't let him catch you adding sugar and cream. Dan Kahn has the story. I can't do my coffee without cream and sugar. I gotta have at least cream in there. So. Sorry. We're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, women get hands-on with woodworking, and we'll go back inside the Shaw Ocean Discovery Center. Welcome back to Go Island. Yes, these are just some of the creatures that live in the Salish Sea, and they are right here at the Shaw Ocean Discovery Center in Sydney. It's not too far from Victoria or the West Shore. You know, make a day out of it. Come down here to Sydney. We talked to Angus Matthews earlier about some of the programs they have coming up right here at the Shaw Ocean Discovery Center, and you can check out their website for more details. And plus, you don't have to go out to the ocean, scuba dive or anything like that to see what there is out there to discover. Our next story, we head up to Cowichan Bay Maritime Center, where women there are learning how to woodwork. Terry Church has her story. These are the Chinook salmon, and they're right here at the Shaw Ocean Discovery Center. Steve the octopus, the famous octopus, is sleeping right now, so we can't really show you what's going on there, but the salmon are out, and it's right here at the Shaw Ocean Discovery Center in Sydney, and we'll show you the jellyfish coming up after the break, and also after the break, hockey. We'll check in with the Royals report. There you go, some kids having fun here at the Shaw Ocean Discovery Center, and this is the jellyfish, and it's a beautiful exhibit. Every single time I come here, I'm drawn to it because of the blue and the beautiful jellyfish. So just something else you can check out when you're down here at the Shaw Ocean Discovery Center. And of course, their website is on the screen, so check it out for more information. Our next story, ex-Hollywood agent Jonathan Holliff has created a documentary film about his father's role as Johnny Cash's manager. You've seen the Hollywood version, which was Walk the Line. Now you can see the real-life version, and it's called The Man in Black, and the ties to Nanaimo are close and strong. That's all the time we have on today's show, and don't forget, the Shaw Ocean Discovery Center is right here in Sydney by the sea, so if you're going to the ferries, you can drop by. It's not that far. I mean, you can make a whole day out of it out here in Sydney. You know, go to the restaurants, check out, of course, all the octopus. Steve the octopus is still around. And of course, come here and you get to be all hands-on, you know, touch some of the, ooh, that was kind of gooey, sticky. But yeah, you can come on down here, check it out, and of course, look out for some of their programs that are coming up. Don't forget, you can check us out on Twitter. We are Go Island South, Facebook Go Island South. Email us with your comments, suggestions, story ideas. We are go_island south @shaw.ca, and we will see you next time.